and welcome. I'm Shirley, otherwise known as Crazy Cat Lady Stitches, and today I'm doing a stitch and chat with you, and we're going to get caught up and hopefully I will get back into a regular pattern of doing updates. It's just been one of those things. I am stitching on today Jacob de Graaf's Modern Folk Embroideries Put a Bird on It. I started it on the 1st of February when I was at the Floss Friends retreat. I'll talk about retreats in a bit. And it's stitched on a platinum linen, which is Italian, and it's really fine and it's really lovely. There's no thick lugs in it that warps the stitching very badly. And yeah, I'm getting on. I'll tell you how many stitches I've done when I've threaded this needle there. Threaded. I'm just having snag times with this thread. Right, so let's have a look. There's a total of 1,632 stitches. I have done 5,414, which is 39.72%. If I keep on stitching it every day, they say I will finish it on the 24th of June. Yeah, we'll see about that. And that is that. I'll put a picture up of what it is, and it'll be in this corner. As I said, I started in February and I have been working on it all through February. Don't you hate it when your silk just does that? It's really misbehaving because I'm filming. We all have days like that anyway. So we were stitching on this, as I said, all through February and all through March. I put it down in April because I was stitching on Jacob's April Quick Sell, and I managed to do that and I finished it, and it's an FFO. I'll put a little picture of it there beside on the screen, and I managed to do that from the 1st to the 22nd, and I managed to FFO it on the same day, which is, for me, amazing. I've had quite a few starts this year, and quite a few FFOs, or almost FFOs. I've done the Diligent Stitcher, which I've just got to finish. It's in a frame, but I've got to finish it off properly. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've done, what's the other one? I'll put the photograph up here. That one's completely inside its frame. I've started the vine and the vellum, but that is causing me some headaches at the moment. All these I'm talking about are done by Debbie from Tempting Tangles Designs, and I have started Lavender Mint from her and Coffee Companion, and there's a Tea Companion, but I don't know whether I'll be stitching that one or not. And they're all done in dinky dyes, which I love. Once I get into a rhythm, it'll be fine. So yeah, so I've been stitching on that. My stitching's been hampered. You may notice I'm wearing these. I'm having some pins and needles in my hands, mainly my left hand, and pain in my thumb. The jury's out whether it's carpal or it's my C5, C4 I should say C4, C5, C6, C7 disc bulges that are playing up. I've been waiting for a few months to see the physio to see if I can have an MRI, because my GP cannot order it. I've got to be triaged. So I'm waiting on that. So hopefully that'll be soon. My voice, if you remember, I lost my voice last year. I still have issues if I'm talking for a long period of time. And I've noticed with this warm weather that we've had recently, because it's been hitting 30 degrees here in sunny Sheffield, it's just like, ooh, I'm going to play up. So my voice is a bit hit and miss, and I've been coughing a lot. So I think it's just irritation from the pollen and the heat. What else can we do about? Retreats. I've been on 2 retreats already. It's Floss Friends. I went the one in January, February, and then the one in April. I had a great time at that. I was booked into October's retreat, but I've had to cancel. So if anyone wanting a ticket for the Saturday or the weekend ticket and you're in Floss Friends, contact Sammy and see what she can do for you. But wait until after Big Stitch. She is stressed out about Big Stitch, and I am looking forward to it. So that's that. So my son's getting engaged. Well, my son's got engaged, and it is his engagement party at that weekend. So I know where I'd rather be. Don't tell my son. What else? And I'm going to say it's coming up to June, and it's coming up to Nobam, which is not only Mirabilia, and Bella Filipina. So yeah, so you can stitch anything that you want at those retreats, and that's in Northampton. That's around the 21st of June, and then the following weekend it is Big Stitch at the Magna at Rotherham, which only happens to be 15-20 minutes away from here. So that is absolutely brilliant. I'm looking forward to that, seeing all my friends again and seeing the vendors and the guest speakers. Stacey Nash is coming. I've never met the lady. She's from the States, but I'm interested to see I've seen some of her designs, and I'm just not sure whether it's my cup of tea. But Primitive Hair will be there. I can't wait to see Isabella and see if I can get some more stitchy goodies from her. And Michelle's Stitch Mania stash will be there, and I've already ordered my stuff to be collected from there. So yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. And hopefully I don't spend too much the weekend before, but knowing me, I will. Now, talking about spending, I am stitching this piece of work on my Painted Fairy cross stitch tension frame. So if anyone wonders whether it holds the tension, there you go. It's absolutely brilliant, and I am working with it on its stand also from Painted Fairy. This one's the full frame stand without the phone or thread holders. I've just gone into the wrong hole again. Just bear with me. Yeah, so I've got this frame which is really sturdy, and I've got the bed couch frame which I was using, but since my back has been playing up and my neck, it's a little bit too low to do. And I've just put that away for the time being, but if I ever need to be stuck in bed or anything and I need to stitch, at least I've got that. And then I have got the table stands that I take on retreat with me. So they're coming out in June. And it is really lightweight, compact, and you can just set it up on the table and it's brilliant. So that's that one. What else can I tell you about? There's not a lot. I've been working and I had to revalidate. As a nurse, every 3 years you have to prove that you are keeping up to date and you're validated and you're keeping studies up and things like that. And they charge you for the privilege. The charge is per year, but the revalidation is just for 3 years. And I've worked it out. I need to revalidate one more time before I retire. Wowee. So that's that one. Trying to think of any gossip. I'm surrounded by cats here. I've had Sam on my lap while I'm trying to stitch. I've got Merlin to one side, Daisy to the other. So it's like, yay, cat heaven. But they're hot and bothered as well. And it's been hot. It's been that hot, I've had to decide to go to classes in the evening when it's slightly busier than in lunchtime, because it's been that hot. When I talk about classes, I mean my circuit training that I do. Yeah. So let's keep stitching. How have you been keeping and what you're stitching on? Do you want to let me know in the comments? Are you going to Big Stitch? Or have you got any nice retreats coming up? I'm always looking for somewhere else to go. So if you're in the UK, give me some recommendations. Can't think of anything to talk about at the moment. Plans. What am I planning? apart from the treats. It's June, so I'm going to, as I said, November, so I'm going to get out Miss Christmas Eve, which I started at the last retreat I went. I want to get some more progress done on her, and I'll probably take her with me to Northampton. I'll probably take something small like my Tempting Tangles, depending which one I'm working on at the time. Because I'm travelling on the Thursday, so I've got Thursday evening to stitch in the bar area. So I'm looking forward to that, meeting up with Lou, Liz, Laura, Rebecca, Danny, if she's going. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to meeting up with everyone. Half the stitch again. Keep putting me stitch in the wrong bloody hole. Easily done. Excuse my swearing just then. I'm using a magnifying glass. It should be 10 times. But here it goes. And yeah. What do you do when you stitching? Do you, like me, watch a bit of YouTube? Sometimes it's Floss Friends, sometimes it's Time Team. Quite often I have an audiobook going. I've just listened again to Fourth Wing and its sequels, and I've got Harry Potter on at the moment. I have to be careful because my son walks in, and he always walks in when I'm listening to a spicy book at the wrong time, if you know what I mean. So, what do you do? He is 24. So, that's my number 2 son that lives at home. Number 1 has got his own house with his fiancée. So, am I going to get any? No, they're all chilling. They're all chilling at the moment. So, let's go on. How are you enjoying the weather? What's the weather like where you are? As I said, it's been 30 degrees here in the UK, and I'm in South Yorkshire, Sheffield and South Yorkshire, so it's quite central, and it's been quite warm. Sheffield's quite a green city. It's just off the Yorkshire Moors, the Peak District and the Yorkshire Moors and whatever, so literally we can go in the car, drive 10-20 minutes and we're in countryside. It's brilliant. It's best of both worlds, really. I'll just mark this off. I'm using markup XB. I have got Saga, but most of my PDFs are on here. But I've got Saga for when I do my Ist Embroidery, which I'm hopefully going to start soon. I might take that to Northampton and start it as a retreat rather than buying a new kit while I'm there. But you're talking about Shirley, she buys. I've been saving my pennies so I can spend, believe it or not, even though I have forked out for this stand. But it's a godsend. Camera just switched itself off. It only does 20 minutes, so we'll see how we go with this stitching. As I was saying, what was I saying? I've got a brain like a scatterbrain at the moment. And I was talking about Yorkshire and travelling in the countryside and that we've got the best of both worlds. It's been really hot. Caught up on my washing, mundane things like that. And me going to fitness classes. That's my life. It's going to circuit training, going to work and stitching. Not a bad life, is it? Sammy! Come on, Sammy. You're going to say hello to everyone. Doesn't look like those stitches went very straight. Yeah, I thought so. Swear time. Right, I'll be calling this a wrap in a minute. I'm coming to the end of this thread. And so I will, in a bit, wish you good health, happy sewing. Don't forget to hit the like and share button, and if you wish to subscribe, please do so. I've had several new subscribers, so thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you in my next video. Shirley's gone the wrong way round. That's right. So